Hold it, gamers. I know you want to watch EndWalker, but I'm here to tell you there's about to be major spoilers. You're in the main heart of this expansion. So be warned, if you haven't caught up with the videos or you haven't played EndWalker for yourself, go do it, or I will never stop being angry. But if you are caught up, please enjoy the video. Recording now. Hello, Cryo.
Oh, wow.
I trust you've had a good rest. An envoy of Master Fortuno's arrived not long ago with a message. The Loperids have determined Meteon's location. We've been asked to gather at the Rostra. I'll meet you there along with the others. I don't want to go to Rostra. You can't make me.
Well, that's just too goddamn bad.
Mine is being
Instant cutscene. Is it voice?
No.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Everyone appears to be present and accounted for. Good. As you know, the Loperids have deduced the whereabouts of Meteon by means of a crystal bequeathed to us by Hydaelyn herself. Your quarry's location is a place far beyond the moon, in the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, at the edge of creation. The veritable Ultima Thule.
Indeed. How then are we to reach it?
An excellent question. Luckily for you, I have an equally excellent answer. In theory, with its advanced propulsion systems, the moon is capable of delivering you to Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed within would greatly impede travel through the Sea of Stars. Even the Mother Crystal may not possess aether enough to bear so massive a vessel to our destination and back. However, if we integrate our sorry, that made me laugh because bunny, into your aether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time.
Father, does this mean... Bear in mind this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but with the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Loperids' proposal, the Forum was faced with a grave decision. To commit the R to this endeavor would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. Needless to say, the proposition invited fierce debate. In the end, however, the Forum was swayed by the simple fact that Hydaelyn believed you possessed of the strength needed to overcome those crises. The Great Exodus was, after all, a plan of Hydaelyn's own making. Therefore, if in the 11th hour she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation, we would be fools to dismiss it out of hand. Indeed, she sacrificed everything, her very existence, to avert the destruction of this star. That is why we have chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn, in you. The Ark will be made ready for your voyage to Ultima Thule.
What of all the people that have labored so tirelessly to prepare for the evacuation? They must be furious.
I would not be so sure. They have not forgotten your deeds on the Magna Glacius. Nor did your instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery of adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest. Quite the contrary. They have expressed unwavering support for you and your mission. Are the Loperids too willing to abandon the Exodus?
Were you not listening when we said we were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris and its people? If it means your survival, we would do anything to help. And you'll most certainly have need of our expertise where you're going. There's no guarantee Ultima Thule is a place that supports life, an otherwise vexing problem our know-how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Meteon. Why else would she give you a crystal only we can decipher? But more importantly, we were perfectly content to evacuate Aetheris until you brought us here, Urianger. And now we're enamored with the place, so what choice do we have but to save it?
Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Scions, so I must ask, are you certain you wish to do this?
Oh, no pressure or anything. Just stare at me. That's fine. Well, we've come this far.
Very well. I shall inform the Forum of your decision and begin preparations to bolster the Ark with the, Hyper Hopper. The Loporits will coordinate with the Ilsabar contingent to have the necessary components transported via the Tower of Babel.
Bibble
Of
babble.
course, it will take time until the work is complete. For now, pray, take your ease.
'Twould seem there is naught to do but rest and prepare. Shall we? I already did rest and prepare. I wanna go. I wanna go
Wanna
now.
fight.
Speak with Alphino.
Speak with these nuts.
Eh.
Heh.
Did it.
Not after I did it.
Oh,
Bitch.
oh, it's right there. I thought we had to go back to the annex.
Nope.
Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone.
Quite. Though it is difficult to conceive of how one can best prepare to brave a domain where Dynamis governs all. Nevertheless, Heidelin deemed us worthy of the trials that await. For lack of any other feasible options at this late stage, let us trust in her judgment and face Meteon as we are. Which leaves the not-so-small task of coordinating our efforts here to you and Tataru. If all goes to plan, we'll be back before you know it. I certainly hope so. We will be praying for your safe return. Mayhap it will affect the Dynamis for the better.
With that settled, we should get some rest and make the most of the time we've been afforded. Here comes Tataru. Here comes the Boral.
The meeting's over, is it? You were in there for so long, I started to worry. What did they have to say?
Oh, don't mind. Emil just had to use the bathroom.
What? Bitch?
The Edge of Creation. I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return. And you will return. Actually, could I borrow you for a moment?
Looks like your plans for the interim has decided. When you two have finished, meet us back at the Valdesian Annex, alright?
Okay.
Is this where we get our artifact gear?
Because if we are, I'm gonna rock that for the rest of this.
I
the
know,
game.
right?
Come with me to the Agora. I have something to show you.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Give me my fucking artifact armor already. I want that badass fucking paladin armor. And the gear, and the weapon.
Oh.
I'm gonna move myself over to this next thing, and then I'm gonna go help Mama.
Okay.
Welcome to Taru's Boutique. I've always done my best to provide the Scions with fashionable attire, but in your case specifically, I make an extra effort to strive for the most functional yet stylish clothing one could ask for. Not that I'm playing favorites, but you are the Warrior of Light. Faced with this unprecedented crisis, I knew you would need an ensemble unlike anything I've created before, and that I wouldn't be able to do it alone. And so, after enlisting the aid of the world's finest artisans, I finally completed my career-defining masterpiece. But then, inspiration struck, and I saw a golden opportunity just begging to be seized. With the help of some Thavnarian refugees, I decided to set up shop here in Charlian. Of course, I would never charge you for any of our works. Perish the thought.
Oh my god. Varsarud? How are things coming along? I hope I did that right. Everything is in order, Mistress Tataru. We'll be ready to open shortly.
Which is why I brought you here, to be our very first patron. Would you mind waiting here a moment longer?
take a fat sit.
The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations.
No heavy box for you.
Oh, we're doing this again, huh? Who's gonna approach me? Did not expect to find you here. I don't know who that is. Oh!
Oh, hey, little dude.
Or not so little, whatever.
You're little right now, so shut up.
I'd imagine that Hana would also wish to offer her regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon scales to the engineers, she remained to assist with their work on the ether burner. This simulacrum, too, will stay in Charlian while I oversee matters at Razat Han. It is a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to the final days or anything else. It allows me, after a fashion, to watch over my people in this distant land.
Varshan, I was hoping you'd stop by. I can't thank you enough for allowing your artisans to work with me here at the boutique.
Please, it is I who should be thanking you. This establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to their lives. You have blessed them with newfound purpose, and a means by which to support themselves in these troubled times. What's more, when they at last return home to Razat Khan's, the experience and knowledge they have gained in your employ will no doubt prove a boon to the artistry and commerce of our land. In fact, I came here to see how your new employees are settling in, and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity.
It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about the Havnarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and ingenuity are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see what kind of wonders we come up with.
I pray you every success in your endeavors, Mr. Sataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the forum's decision, of what soon will be attempted. It was only then I finally understood why my father called this star the last bastion of hope. Indeed, it was the last bastion, for the flame of every other star he encountered had likely been extinguished. In the boundless star, the light of brimming life must have been blinding in its splendor. You journey unto the heavens to protect that light. May the scales of my kin serve you well. I have faith you will prevail and restore peace and tranquility to this star.
Oh. Would that Ahiwan were alive to see it.
I won't see his sacrifice squandered, nor shall I rest until Razat Han is returned to its former glory. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well. And remember, the people of this star have not given up your hope, and neither must you.
Alright, I just take a fat sit here. No one will approach me. Just vibing, waiting for my clothes. Wow, Varshan takes a while to walk away.
He is just
You
a
got little
child.
legs.
Where must I go to get a meal with some flavor in this wasteland of taste?
Uh-oh.
Oh, god damn it, no!
Oh no.
Oh, for
No,
fuck's
no.
sake!
No, don't run to me.
Oh,
no,
of
don't
course
do it.
not.
Get away
Ha
from me.
my friend!
No! Don't call me old girl!
Oh boy, whatever are you doing?
Ugh.
A new boutique, you say? I've been meaning to expand my wardrobe. Yeah, something with a little more flair, perhaps, befitting of a man of my station. Though I have nowhere to flaunt said raiments as so long as my confinement continues indefinitely. I, the young Lord Forton, insists, so long as there's work to be done, no matter how trivial, I must abide here in Charlotte. Thus do I toil, though every fiber of my being rails against it. Why, I've even suffered the company of that brute Sehard to see supplies transported in a timely fashion.
Bitch, 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 bitch.
Yet he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation. So I suffer instead for his otherwise welcome absence. Now burdened with extra busy work, and without Honor Raw here, there's no one to prepare my meals. I came here in hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps. Alas, the Charlene delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect.
There's a cafe literally on the other side over there.
If it's a party meal you're after, there is the last stand, dude.
Yeah, just go
Have
to
you
the
tried
last.
the
Yeah, I
Archon
suggest the
loaf?
last stand, like
An
right
Archon
over there.
loaf.
I'm sending him to the Archon loaf.
Oh no!
The cafe over on the pier. Their cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for their cooking, then perhaps I will give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion. And ta-ta for now, oh boy.
Ta-ta!
What is your
Archon
say?
loaf. It sounds sophisticated, like me.
What a maroon. Get out
The
of
rest of you sent him to the last stand. I'm not like, hey, I would just try the Archon loaf.
Would you like some bread?
Bread.
Bread.
With a thumbs up.
Red.
Bread.
Surely no more fuck shit will happen today. Well, well, is that the Warrior of Light and Tataru I spy? God damn it.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
It's not as bad as a Manolane.
No, honestly, yeah.
Hancock, what are you still doing here? You said you were returning immediately after dropping off your cargo.
Yes, that was my original plan. After all, any expertise required aside from the delivery of goods is well beyond my purview. But what manner of entrepreneur would squander an opportunity to study the markets of the northern seas? Worry not, I will return straight away to Gagane once I have finished.
Of course you would find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage.
She wounds me, the industrious woman running a new boutique. I am not blind to the travails of those who fight on the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, I have every confidence that they will succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return.
And if you believe in them so devoutly, then why not put your money where your mouth is?
Fair enough, Tataru. Fair enough. There is not more I can do to help ready the Ark and her heroes for their maiden voyage, but on your return, I shall host a grand celebration in your honor at the Cairo Inn. Accommodations are quite costly, given the reputation of said establishment, but the East Aldenar Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will there be lemon cakes?
Will it be
I'm saying that. Give me my lemon cake!
Oh ho! A man of tart tastes, I see.
Yes.
Yes, there will be lemon cakes and much, much more. The finest delicacies the world and Lord Lolorito have to offer.
I better not have to pay for a damn thing.
But let us speak more upon this, upon your return, lest I draw even more of Tataru's ire. Until next we meet.
I better get my fucking lemon cake or I'm gonna break your fancy
She's
glasses.
glaring daggers at him. She was glaring daggers at him. That
She
whole
is
fucking
not in
time.
the mood for his fuck
She
shit.
ain't having it. She ain't having it.
Of course she ain't having it.
Surely no one else will approach me, and I can just sit here, waiting for my wardrobe. No problem.
It is nighttime, therefore people should be asleep. There should be no one else showing up.
Welcome to
This very
14, where
moment.
people don't sleep. We are the living example of sleep. What
God
the fuck
damn
is
it.
that?
Decided to spend your time in the markets, did you? Now who is this?
Who is this?
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hey!
Ah, it's been a
Biggie
while.
smells and smells Biggie.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh yeah, he has mega crush on her, right?
Yeah.
Biggs, Wedge! I take it work on the Ark proceeds apace?
Ah, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlian and Razat Han has been a rewarding experience. And that's to say nothing of what we learned from the Loverates. The Ark is unlike anything we've ever had the pleasure to work on. Even Nero was rendered speechless on more than one occasion. That fucker actually speechless for once? Damn. That's
And
saying something.
finally, he shuts his damn mouth.
I can't wait for you to see it. And you'll never guess who paid us a visit before we came to Shirlian. Alpha! I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. He was always one to turn up in a time of need, and I suppose that's why he decided to join us here in Shirlian. Good thing, too. I don't know how he does it, but he has a knack for brightening your day just by being there.
Damn, it's almost like he's cute.
It's still hard to believe we have the means to send you off into the great expanse, though. To the farthest known reaches of, well, everything. I never thought I'd live to see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the Scions are the catalyst that sparks the need for these great innovations. To think how much I'd missed out on had I not been a member of the Ironwood. An awful lot of work, to be fair. And the privilege of being worked like a cart chocobo. There is that too. As busy as we've been, I wish there was more we could do for you, Warrior of Light. But no matter what happens, we have to keep believing for a brighter future. That we do, my friend. That we do. I love Mason Wedge.
When you head back, would you tell the engineers I'll be along shortly with refreshments?
That's very kind of you, Totaro. They'll be glad to hear. And on that note, Wedge and I should get going. Still a few more supplies to gather before we return. Wedge.
Wedge. Either confess or walk
You
away.
little onion head, motherfucker!
I'm just over here like, confess or walk away.
And she's clueless every time.
Terribly sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please.
He is cute.
Oh,
It's time. But
It's time.
Right. I don't believe the two of you have been formally introduced. This is Varsarud from Palakistan.
Pleased to
Pleased
meet
to
you.
meet you.
haven't we met before?
The pleasure is mine. Thanks to Mistress Tataru, I and many of my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It is only natural to feel fear in the face of calamity. In such times, we must look to one another for strength and succor. I know not whether we will come to call this place home or return to Thavnair, but we are here today and are glad to have contributed to the cause.
Away from my fucking foot. I swear to God, if you sit on it one more time, I'm gonna ram this slipper up your ass! Sorry.
It's so random.
And contribute they did by helping to make your new garments as durable as possible. We put our hearts and souls into them, and I have every confidence they'll keep you safe in the battle to come. Okay. Gods, to think how far we've come since our humble beginnings at the Waking Sands. From the rising stones to the falling snows, and even a certain insufferable someone's ruby bazaar. We were always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you were swept away to the first, Grahatia was there to grant you sanctuary. I'll never forget the relief I felt when you all returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and I've been privileged to watch, often with bated breath, as you persevere time and again. For all the joy we shared, there's been much sorrow as well, but I've long since learned you can't have one without the other. Which is why I promised to send you off to the Sea of Stars with a smile. And you can be certain I'll be the first one to welcome you back on your return.
Good. I love how nothing's rendering.
There we go.
Yeah, nothing's rendering.
In addition to your new ensemble, we have raiments and weaponry for every need, so please feel free to browse our stock.
I shall. Yes!
Yes! Jimmy!
And be equipped at level 8